Hey guys, you are watching. Reader recap. Miss Su asks Master Gu if they were in the upper realms, would he be able to protect her? Master Gu was intrigued by the question and asked what she meant by that. Miss Su answers that she knows that it may be difficult for her to please him with my current status, but she is willing to serve him for the rest of her life. All of a sudden, the system alerted, which left Master Gu stunned, and it states that Miss Su's temperament towards Master Gu has changed, and Ye Chen's fortune value was decreased by 40, the host's fate value increased by 200. Master Gu was caught by surprise, and thought to himself, if the development route of a character related to the fortunes chosen changes, his fortune value would decrease in exchange for an increase in his fate value. If so, things would become much easier for him, which then he smiled. To go back to the conversation Master Gu then, he replied to Miss Su, and asks why she wants to please him, and states that it seems like Saint Chinga's attitude sure does change quickly, and is she sacrificing herself so that he releases Ye Chen? Master Gu's remark surprises Miss Su, and answers in panic that she wouldn't dare do such a thing, and she knows that her looks are unworthy of young Master's profound eyes. Everything she is doing is merely to express her sincerity in hopes that young Master won't take what happened earlier today at the Great Hall to heart. Master Gu then provoke her if the house she repays Ye Chen's infatuation by betraying him, and Miss Su states that she is incapable of resolving Ye Chen's mistakes. For the sake of her father and the sect, nothing else is more important. As usual, Master Gu remained unaffected by her words, uttering not a word. Miss Su continues and revealed, her bodily constitution is of the Ninean mystic beauty physique, and no one else knows about this. At that moment, the system, once again alerted, stating that Miss Su has begun to show a slight intent of submission. Ye Chen's fortune value decreased by 40, the host's fate value increased by 200. The revelation left him stupefied, because the Ninean mystic beauty physique is excellent for refining. However, very soon, he acknowledged her intention. Never had Master Gu expected the process of subduing Miss Su to be so effortless. Consequently, Ye Chen's luck value had dropped to less than 400. In that instant, Master Gu couldn't help but admire the damsel, solely for her gut, of course, and not drooling over her, and also laugh at the circumstances that he can exploit others, reap the benefits, and enjoy hanging out with such a pretty lady all at the same time. Being a villain sure is sweet. However, Master Gu's sternness was too overbearing. He would sometimes appear emotionless as if he could see through everything. Master Gu's voice remained calm as he spoke, making it difficult for anyone to read his emotions. Then Master Gu asks why she told him that easily. Miss Su answers as her hands were trembling that her family's sect was built upon the painstaking efforts of her ancestors for thousands of years. The value of her life pales in comparison. Lowering her head, blushing red, Miss Su muttered shyly, as long as young Master Gu can save Taixuan Holy Land from its demise, she is willing to offer herself to him. After hearing this with a devious look, Master Gu asks the system that since she willingly offered herself to him, eating her wouldn't result in any backlash of fortune. The system answers due to the current fortune of Miss Su and Ye Chen receiving the backlash, fortune is highly likely if you proceed any further. It made Master Gu irritated, and thinking he knew that nothing would come so easily. Master Gu asks her again, isn't she afraid that he would leak the secret? Lowering her head, Miss Su answers that she firmly believes in young Master Gu's character. Master Gu doesn't believe an obvious lie. He then suddenly stands up, and as his back was turned to her, he blandly stated that he will act as if he haven't heard anything about you possessing a rare constitution, and says to Su Chinga, if she were trying to move him by telling him that, then she should return home. Miss Su, dumbfounded by his words, had shock written all over her elegant face. As Master Gu was about to leave, she then tried to go after him because of his wrist, but Master Gu only slapped her hands and advised her to have some self-respect. Miss Su, completely shocked, couldn't find any words to answer back, and just stared the back of Master Gu as he was walking away. And her other souls couldn't do anything but laugh and says that even a beauty who was sent right to his doorsteps could not pique his interest. As she thinks, this Master Gu really is a mysterious man. Miss Su sighed as she thought to herself, if she thinks about it carefully. Young Master Gu didn't even do anything wrong in the Great Hall today, but she preconceived him to be the bad guy anyway, and questions if she was wrong about him. System interface pop-up stating Miss Su has changed her views. Fortune value increased by 20, and fate value increased by 100. As Su Chinga having a character development, Master Gu decides he should go visit and get a harvest from Ye Chen himself. In a change of scene inside the underground jail, Master Gu met up Ming Lao, and as he reported on what he discovered from spying on Ye Chen. As Master Gu was standing in front of Ye Chen's prison cell, Ye Chen was startled that he met the person he abhorred, and was most reluctant to see the most. Then Ye Chen questioned loudly on what Master Gu is here for. Master Gu casually directly pointed out Ye Chen's secret, and answers that he came here to pay respects to Ye Chen's master, who was backing him. As Ye Chen's heart skipped a beat, his nervousness was obviously reflected on his face, and Ye Chen acts like he doesn't know what Master Gu meant. Master Gu scoffed and orders Ye Chen to stop pretending, and that he cannot fool anyone with that expression on his face. As Master Gu asks, while his eyes fixated at the ring on Ye Chen's finger, on how long is the scene you're going to keep hiding? And that isn't very becoming of a master. At that moment, a sigh could be heard from Ye Chen's ring. The voice was angelic, but with an underlying helplessness. Yanji answers that she didn't plan to become enemy of young Master Gu, so there's no reason to come and put a remnant soul like her in such a difficult position. Accordingly, before their eyes flashed a crimson glow, and an ordinary figure in red surged in the air. Ye Chen was dumbfounded at his master's volitional appearance, and he couldn't help but feel distressed. Master Gu had assumed the master would be an old man, but it was actually a stunning woman in red with a pair of crimson eyes and delicate face. Then Master Gu stated that she misunderstood him, and that he was just curious as to which an omnipotent being was able to guide an idiotic trash like Ye Chen to such heights. Then Ye Chen shouted angrily, asking who Master Gu was calling trash. Master Gu ignored Ye Chen as he continued, and says that Yanjin is wasting her talent staying with Ye Chen. Yanji revealed a scowl as she realized Master Gu's true intention. At that moment, Yanjin thinks that Master Gu is trying to challenge her relationship with Ye Chen. Nevertheless, her being able to figure it out did not mean Ye Chen could. Ultimately, it was as Master Gu said, he was a fool indeed. Ye Chen shouts at Master Gu for trying to take away his master from him too, just like Miss Su. Master Gu softly snickered and states that he didn't stole Chinga, and he was not the one to blame for that. And Ye Chen should know that from the very start, and that she did everything of her own accord. But Ye Chen would not believe him. Master Gu then touched the bar of the prison cell. He shattered it to 1,000,000 pieces, shocking Ye Chen and Yanji. Master Gu then asks Ye Chen that if he really wants the best for his master, that he should not hold her back, and asks again if he really thinks that a remnant soul could remain in this world for long as he walks inside the cell. Then Master Gu wholeheartedly asks Yanji if she is willing to follow him, and states not only he can help her regain a physical body, but he can also even help her return to the peak of her prime, completely disregarding Ye Chen's presence, as if he were sternly recruiting talent. Ye Chen clenched his fist and shouted at Master Gu again. Suddenly, the system indicated that Ye Chen's mental state has been continually damaged. His fortune value has decreased by 20, and the host's fate value has increased by 100. At that moment, it was a success for Master Gu. Then Master Gu states to Yanji that she must already know he's still way more outstanding than Ye Chen in all other aspects, and judging by their current progress of nourishing her soul, Ye Chen is more of a confinement for her. As Master Gu says this, Ye Chen is making a face that is hard to describe, and tries to convince his master not to listen to Master Gu. In that instant, Yanji was still unable to comprehend Master Gu's real intention, as her brows remained strained, thinking on why is Master Gu doing this cause if he wanted to, he can kill Ye Chen easily, or if Master Gu is really just trying to get her to join him. But still Yanji refused Master Gu's proposal, and says that Ye Chen was the one who saved her from her demise, so naturally she would not leave him now. As hearing this, Ye Chen's face lit up. Master Gu decides that he will give her some time to think it through, and if she changes her mind, he will look past Ye Chen's past offenses and let him go. And even having the Taishan's sacred land retracts Ye Chen's punishment and restore him to his former position would not be impossible, and he could even give back Miss Su to Ye Chen. At once, Ye Chen was frustrated as he was struggling to suppress his emotions, and stopped talking, and just coldly glaring at Master Gu. Yanji, on the other hand, never expected such words to come out from Master Gu's mouth, as she acknowledged him earnestly. Yanji asks Master Gu to please stop, because she appreciates him earnestly. After all, Master Gu did not come for this act unprepared. So before he leaves, he presents something to her, subtly grinned as he slowly pulled out an item from his chest. A box glowing with power containing the ancient soul-repairing sacred medicine, the mind convergence pill, and before Yanji could turn it down, he was already out of the prison. Ye Chen, still angry at his master forming a compromise with his sworn enemy over a single pill. Yanji was angered and asking him what's he talking about, and everything she did was to help him get out of this place. Ye Chen then yells that if she's doing that all for him, then she should do what he says and leak the information he wants to spread. Yanji only could internally sigh as disappointment surged in her heart. She never expected Ye Chen to utter such words, and with a disappointed look, she goes on to do what Ye Chen ordered. System interface again pops up, stating an estrangement is now in effect. A crack has formed in the relationship between Ye Chen and his master. Ye Chen's fortune value has decreased by 80, and the host's fate value has increased by. Meanwhile, in Master Gu's room, Ming Lao asks him if all he really needed was only that remnant soul. Why didn't he just kill Ye Chen? Master Gu reminded Ming Lao why they descended in the lower realm. That is, they came for the 8-Baron Demon Halberd, the weapon of 8-Baron Demon God of the ancient times. If Master Gu assumed right and follows the regular plotline, Ye Chen will probably accidentally enter an ancient ruin due to his luck, gain the evil weapon's approval at the last second, and then he would completely turn the tables against Tai Xian. But now, Ye Chen can only be Master Gu's treasure-seeking rat. Then Master Gu ordered Ming Lao to keep a close eye on Ye Chen, and Master Gu will be in seclusion for now. Master Gu called upon the system interface and opened the system shop. Master Gu analyzed as he was navigating the system shop. Swiftly, Master Gu shifted his concentration to the offers in the system shop. As he expected, the offered items were classified into 3 main categories. The system shop contains 3 taps: divine talents, art techniques, and supporting items. Seeing the second category, he immediately swiped on it. Speedily, he acquired the primordial spirit technique. In a flash, a refreshing sensation flashed across him. He could hear a terrifying roar in his mind as a chaotic aura surged. With that, otherworldly sounds echoed as golden beams radiated. His body was accordingly surrounded by a surreal aura. It was an extraordinary sight. 3 days passed by. Numerous daunting figures were outside of the Taishun sacred land from all directions, be it in flying boats, enchanted carriages, or riding on beasts. All of the forces appeared immensely menacing. The frightening forces came from different places. The Archbishop states on what spectacle it is that the 3 of such superior caliber, who are only steps away from the sacred Emperor realm, to personally lead their forces here. The 3 Lord are present because they heard that the Supreme Lord Su is dead, and they are here for the dragon veins. The Archbishop shout angrily that the spiritual veins have been the foundation of his sacred land for thousands of years. How can they be handed over just like that, and telling them what a bunch of hypocritical old fools they are? And ask them if do they really think that his Taishun sacred land is it an easy target? And even if he does not know where they got the news from, do they really believe that without the Supreme Elder, that his Taishun sacred land has no one else to rely on? Miss Su knew that his father was talking about Master Gu, so she was reluctant to say what happened to her with him last time, but that the Archbishop asks Miss Su if Master Gu has came out of his seclusion. Miss Su is now left with no choice but to be a bearer of bad news to her father, and tells him on what happened between her and Master Gu, and that she lost favor with him, and is not sure if he would be willing to help them out. This news came in shock for the Archbishop, but Chi Wuji hastily dismissed that, saying that the upper realms have been cut off from the sacred lands of Eastern Wilderness for so long, and doubts Su Taishun to have Su ability. And he is confident because he has with him his great son Empire's limitless tower, and even if a person of the sacred Emperor realms come forth, he can easily take them on. As he was about to finish, he is sentenced he activated it for everyone to see, as light illuminates the sky. The other lord were in shock to see an imperial artifact. They were thinking it was destroyed long ago during the 1,000-Year War. As Miss Su sees that, she notifies her father that she will go get Master Gu and beg him to help them. When Chi Wuji was about to attack, a sudden burst of energy wave was felt by everyone present near the Taishun sacred realm, leaving everyone in shock and afraid. Even the flying beasts reacted. The 3 lords even thought it was the Supreme Elder Su. Except for the Archbishop, he reacted differently as he was happy, because he knew that it was Master Gu's aura. We are brought back to Master Gu exhaling after his breakthrough, and he noticed that everyone is already present, as he smiled mincingly, and decides to start the show and make his entrance. But before that happened, we are brought back to where Su Qing is located, traveling as fast as she can to go to Master Gu. but suddenly someone grabbed her, later revealed to be Ye Chen. Miss Su asks Ye Chen on what he is doing there, but Ye Chen answers that he will try and explain later and that they must get out of there. Miss Su lets go of Ye Chen's hands and says to him that she will never leave Taishun's sacred land. Shock was drawn on Ye Chen's face, and asking why is Miss Su being stubborn at a time like this? Will he believe Master Gu can save Taishun's sacred land all by himself? Confusion and disbelief filled Ye Chen's mind as his eyes start to become red in anger, asking Miss Su if she was forced to do this. Su Qing replied loudly and asks Ye Chen to shut up, and clarifies to Ye Chen that young Master Gu never forced her to do anything, and she was the one harboring ill intentions, and was trying to get on his good side all this time. She even tried to sell her looks in exchange for peace on Taishun's sacred land. This statement broke Ye Chen, and was stunned, and couldn't find words to say. As Miss Su continues and asks Ye Chen if he will be satisfied when Ye Chen's done taking all her dignity from herself, and asks Ye Chen again on what makes him think that she'll betray the sect and leave with him, and what right does he have to assume that young Master Gu is the villain here. Miss Su asks Ye Chen if he even thought of helping at a time like this, and says to Ye Chen that his ego and selfishness disgusts her. Ye Chen, still in denial, was muttering to himself that it is not possible. This is not the Qingde he knew, and thinks Master Gu must have used some kind of spell on her. As this was happening outside, a system interface pops up on top of Master Gu's head, stating the female lead has turned her back on Ye Chen. His fortune points have decreased by 50, while the host's fate points have increased by 250. Miss Su noticed that Master Gu was about to come out of his room. She thought to herself that it was bad for her to be seen together with Ye Chen by Master Gu, so she grits her teeth and stabs Ye Chen. Ye Chen was stunned and was shocked. Miss Su says to Ye Chen that she's sorry and that she has to cut ties with him. Ye Chen steps back and fire aura came out from his wounds while glaring at Miss Su, and saying that it's clear to him now, and tells her that they will meet again in the future as he steps back and runs away. Then Miss Su was startled to hear Master Gu's voice calling out to her. Miss Su turned to Master Gu with a serene expression and said that she let him down. Master Gu, visibly joyous, says that she did a great job, reminds her that she will have to fight Ye Chen to the death the next time they meet, and asks her if she won't regret this. Miss Su answers that she won't, and she knew this day would come sooner or later when she chose Master Gu. Master Gu then pulled her into his embrace, and saying to her that from now on she can share her woes with him. Hearing those words, Miss Su dropped the sword she was holding as she flickered her jade-like eyes. It was her first time being so close to a man, especially when an apathetic, fierce-striking a man like Master Gu said such comforting words. She could not help but feel flustered. While Master Gu is thinking to himself that since Miss Su has decided to end things with Ye Chen, so he does not have to keep his distance anymore. And after all, she is blessed with great fortune, and if she can prove herself to be useful to him. The system pops up and states that a fortunate incident has been triggered. The host's fortune points have been increased by 60, while the fate points have increased by 300. Because of this, Master Gu realized something new, and that he can also gain fortune points by subjugating people blessed with great fortune, besides targeting fortunes chosen. And it looks like he's going to have another way of leveling up, as we are brought back to the scene where the elders are at a stare down, asking the Archbishop on what was that fluctuation that they had felt. If it wasn't the Supreme Elder, then who could it be? While Xiao Zhou is suggesting that the Taishan Sacred Realm are playing tricks on them, and they will soon find out once they force their way in. A sudden loud voice could be heard echoing from afar, telling them to shut up, alerting the three lords about his presence. Staring in swiftly in front of the Archbishop, Master Gu finally is in the center stage, and insults the three lords. Xiao Zhou laughs and calls Master Gu a brat and underestimates him. The Archbishop advises not to do that, but still he decides to throw himself at him. But Master Gu blocks his attack with ease, and twists his hands and pushed him back, leaving the three lords shocked. So the three of them decided to attack at the same time. As he blocks the two lords' attacks, the other one activates his treasure, and traps Master Gu in it. As the three lords were celebrating, the treasure revealed a crack and breaks. Just with the flick of his hand, Master Gu kills all the allies of the three lord, shocking not only his enemies, but also his allies. Before the three lords' demise, they asked one final question on who he. Then Gucheng answers that he is an immortal hailing from the upper realm, and defeats them. Half a month later in the suburbs of Zhongzhou, legends about Master Gu spreads throughout the place, and also yet chance foolishness was being spread around. Men heard this, so he burns the ones who insults him, while talking to himself that he will return this humiliation that he felt 100 times over to the Taishan sacred land. In a change of scene inside the Grand Hall, the three lords of the sacred land praised Master Gu for sparing them. Miss Su couldn't help herself, but laughed at them for acting like a child. Master Gu says that if she enjoys that, then they can have them acted out a few more times. But before she could respond, an invitation came up from the Xiao dynasty by the third royal prince, inviting prominent sons of various places the meeting to discuss political affairs. As Master Gu was in thought, he is thinking about the mark that he left on the pill which he gave DNG, and so he decided to make arrangements, and in 3 days they will depart. Elder Ming Lao is revealed to be from Zhongzhou, so Master Gu told him the good news, and that he may visit his family, which Ming Lao appreciates very much. 3 days have passed, and we are in a scene inside an academy in Zhongzhou. A teacher was discussing a lesson to her students, and one of them was sleeping his named Lin Tian. This action has caught the attention of the teacher. As the teacher was scolding Lin Tian, still in the middle of a sleep, burst out of his chair shouting some gibberish, calling himself a king. The other students laugh at him, but Lin Tian, still confused, and asks them, who are they, and where is this place? A student, while insulting him, answered where he is, and who he is in a sarcastic tone. Then it was revealed to us that he was the Heaven Destroyer Divine King, and his remnant soul to control over this child's body. At the same time that this happens, a flying boat appeared in the sky, and Master Gu was on it. The system interface popped up notifying Master Gu that a new fortune's chosen has been detected, and he's coming for him. Thanks for watching until the end.